Welcome students. In this session we are going to see Standard 10 Science Unit 4 Electricity. In this session we are going to see System of Resistors. In this we are going to see 4 sections. The first one is resistors in series, the second one resistors in parallel, and the third one series connection of parallel resistors and parallel connection of series resistors. Now let us go the first session, system of resistors. First, what is system of resistors? When we are combining the resistors, that means we are going to combine the resistors in two ways. One is the series way, the another one is the parallel way, which you have studied in your lower classes. Okay, when we are combining the resistors, this combination of resistors is known as the system of resistors or grouping of resistors. So, resistors can be connected in various combinations. Lower classes in 7th standard, I think you have studied two basic methods of joining the cells you have studied. Here, the same way you are going to see the joining of resistors together. The major two basic methods are the resistors connected in series and the resistors connected in parallel. Now let us see resistors connected in series. When we are connecting the resistors N to N, that means one end of the resistor is connected to the another end of the resistor, that is the resistors connected N to N. So same current passes through each of them. You have to keep the point. The current passes through the circuit when the resistors are in series connection. The amount of current passes through is equal, same. The same amount of current passes through the circuit. Then they are said to be connected in series. The resistors are connected N to N. When we connect the resistors N to N, the amount of current passes through them is equal. Okay, then we can say resistors are connected in series. Now we are going to calculate the effective resistance. For that, a small calculation or we can say small derivation is there. Now we can take the three resistance. Now we can name it as R1, R2 and R3. They are connected in series. We know when they are connected in series, the amount of current flowing through the circuit is I. So let the current flowing through them be I. According to Ohm's law, what is the Ohm's law? V is equal to IR. We know when the current flowing through the circuit is I in the series circuit, but the potential difference may vary. You have to keep it in your mind. The current flowing through the series circuit is same, but the potential difference differ. This point should be noted, students. Keep it in your mind. When the current flowing through the circuit, when the resistors are connected in series, the amount of current flowing through them be constant, but the potential difference is differ. Okay. According to Ohm's law, the potential difference we can take V1, V2 and V3 across R1, R2 and R3. Now we can substitute the Ohm's law. V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. Now what is the sum of the potential difference? Why we are adding the sum? Because each resistor, the potential difference differs. So that we have to find the total resistance and we have to find the total potential difference. So to find the total potential difference, we have to sum up all the potential differences. So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we have to substitute the value of 1, 2 and 3 in the equation. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we can get V is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Next, what is the effective resistor? Effective resistor is nothing but we are going to replace all the single resistors by terms of the single resistor. Now we have used the three different resistors R1, R2 and R3. Now to find the effective resistors, what I am going to do? I am going to replace the 3 resistors in the place of the single resistors. Okay. For that what I have to do? Suppose I have taken the R1 is equal to 2 ohm and R2 also 2 ohm and R3 also 2 ohm. Now the single resistor should be the total sum of the individual resistors. That means the total sum of the individual resistors is 6 ohm. That means the place of the 3 2 ohm resistors, I am going to use a single resistor. Its resistance is 6 ohm. Can you follow? Yes, the effective resistor is a single resistor which can replace the resistors effectively so as to allow the same current through the electric circuit. We are going to replace the 3 different resistors in a single resistor. That means the sum of the total resistance of the 3 individual resistors should be equal to a single resistor's resistance. Okay. So, the effective resistor is a single resistor which can replace the resistors effectively so as to allow the same current through the electric circuit. Now, we can take effective resistance of the series combination of the resistors B Rs. Then V is equal to I Rs. Now, we have to combine the equation 4 and 5. What is the equation 4? V is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. And what is the equation 5? V is equal to IRs. When I am combining the equations 4 and 5, I will get IRs is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. In this equation, I is common. So, we can remove the I. So, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now, when I used the n number of resistors, that means suppose if I use the 5 resistors or 6 resistors, then what is the equivalent resistance? Can anyone say? Yes, very simple. The equivalent resistance is how many resistors you used. That means suppose you are using 5 resistors means 5 into the resistance, okay, the value of resistance. You have to multiply the number of resistors and the equal resistance. So, equivalent resistance Rs is equal to N into R. When N resistors of equal resistance R are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is NR. That is Rs is equal to N into capital R. The equivalent resistance in a series combination is greater than the highest of the individual resistances. Can you understand this line, students? The equivalent resistance in a series combination is greater than the highest of the individual resistance. For this, I will say a simple example. We can take 3 resistors. R1 is equal to 3 ohm and R2 is equal to 2 ohm and R3 is equal to 1 ohm. Now, what is the equivalent resistance? Yes, which is equal to 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6 ohms, isn't it? Now, what is the, look at the individual resistance value. The first resistance is 3 ohm, second one 2 ohm and the third one is 1 ohm. When we are comparing the equivalent resistance and the individual resistance, which is greater? Yes, the equivalent resistance is greater than the highest of the individual resistance. In the individual resistance, which is the highest value? 3 ohm is the highest value, isn't it? Yes. So, the equivalent resistance is greater than the highest of the individual resistance. Can you follow? Yes. Now, we can go to a problem based on the series combination. Look at the question. 3 resistors offer resistances 5 ohm, 3 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in series with 10 volt battery. Calculate their effective resistance and the current flowing through the circuit. Now, what is given? 3 resistors, resistance is given and also potential difference is given. Now, from that we have to calculate the effective resistance and the current flowing through the circuit. Now, First let us find the effective resistance. What is the formula for effective resistance when the resistors are connected in series? Yes, just we have to sum up the individual resistors resistance. So, we have to sum up all the 3 resistances. Now, substitute the values. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. When you are substituting, Rs is equal to 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is equal to 10 ohm. Now, we found the effective resistance. Now, we have to go for the second part of the problem. What is the second part of the problem? We have to find out the current flowing through the circuit. For that, we have to go to Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V is equal to IR. Now, from that we have to rearrange the formula for current. So, when we are rearranging the Ohm's law, we can get the formula for current I is equal to V by R. Here R is the effective resistance. Now, we have to substitute the values. The potential difference given is 10 volt. We found effective resistance equal to 10 ohm. When we are substituting the value, we can get 1 ampere. So, through the circuit, 1 ampere current is flowing. Keep in your mind, first you have to read the question, then you have to check whether the given question, the resistors are connected in series or parallel, and then you have to find what are the things you have to calculate. Then you have to use the formulas. Okay. Now, we can go to the resistances in parallel. Here, we have to see the circuit. In series circuit, what I have taken? I have taken the 3 resistance. I have connected the ends of the resistors. Okay. But here, we have to connect as a loop. We have to connect as a loop. So, a parallel circuit has 2 or more loops through which current can pass. Okay. If the circuit is disconnected in one of the loops, can anyone say what happens? The current will flow or not? Yes, the current can still pass through the other loop. But in the series circuit, you have to keep it in your mind, when the loop is disconnected in one place, the current will stop there itself. The current do not pass through the other loops. Okay, you have to keep that point in your mind. The wiring in our house consists of the parallel circuit. That also you should keep in your mind, students, so that only whenever we are switching off your light or fan, the remaining components, the remaining gadgets will operate. Okay. So, in our houses also we are having the parallel circuits. Okay. Now, let us go to the concept of the resistance in parallel. Now, we are going to find the effective resistance when the resistors are connected in parallel. For that, I am going to take the 3 resistors like in series circuit R1, R2 and R3. At a common point A and B, I have connected the all 3 resistors in parallel as a loop. To find the potential difference, I have to connect a voltmeter. So, across the ends of the points A and B, I have connected the voltmeter, and then an ammeter is connected seriously with the resistors with the plug key and the battery. Now, the potential difference across each resistant is same in the parallel circuit. You have to keep in your mind. In series circuit, we have seen the potential difference differs. The current is same, but in the parallel circuit, the potential difference across each resistance is the same and equal to the potential difference between A and B. That means the 2 points where the 3 resistors are connected, the potential difference, there is no change. That can be measured using the voltmeter. Now, the current I arriving at A divides into 3 branches, I1, I2 and I3, passing through the R1, R2 and R3. So, the current here differs, the potential difference is same. That point you have to keep it in your mind. Now, we have to find the effective resistance. Now, here also we have to substitute the Ohm's law. Now we have to rearrange the Ohm's law. For current I is equal to V by R. So for each resistors we have to calculate the I. So when we are calculating, we can get I1 is equal to V by R1 and I2 is equal to V by R2, I3 is equal to V by R3. So what is the total current through the circuit? Yes, you have to sum up all the current. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now using the equations 1, 2 and 3, we have to substitute the value of I1, I2 and I3 to the total current through the circuit, so that we can get I is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now we have to take the effective resistance of the parallel combination of resistors. In series circuit we have taken RS. Now for parallel combination we have to take the RP. That means I is equal to V by RP. Now we have to combine the equation 4 and 5. What is the equation 4? I is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now what is the fifth equation? I is equal to V by RP. Now you combine both the equations. That means you can get V by RP is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now in this equation V is common. So we can remove the V, so that you can get 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So reciprocal of the effective resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistors. In series connection, what we have seen, the effective resistance is equal to, just we add the all the resistors, sum of the individual resistors we add, but here for the parallel combination it is a reciprocal one. Okay, you have to keep that in your mind. The reciprocal of effective resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistances. That one you have to keep it in your mind. Now when a number of resistors are connected in parallel, okay, what is the effective resistance? Yes, it is the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances is equal to the reciprocal of the effective or equivalent resistance. Suppose you have connected n number of resistances in parallel combination. What will be the equivalent resistance? Can anyone say? Yes, the equivalent resistance is equal to R by N. That is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 up to n terms it will go. Okay, so which is equal to N by R. Now for the resistance in parallel combination, we need the effective resistance. That means you have to take the reciprocal. That means 1 by Rp, you have to reciprocal it, which is equal to Rp. So Rp is equal to R by N. Can you follow? Once again I will tell you, suppose if you are taking n number of resistors, that means if you are taking 5 resistors, that means what is the equivalent resistance? Yes, R by 5. Suppose if you are taken 10 resistors, means R by 10. Okay, that is 1 by Rp is equal to N by R, but Rp is equal to R by N. That point you have to keep whenever you are doing the problems. You have to reciprocal the value, because you get the answer 1 by Rp you will get, but final answer should be reciprocal of the 1 by Rp. Now we can go to the equivalent resistance in parallel combination is less than the lowest of the individual resistances. In series connection, what we have seen, greater than the greatest of the individual resistances we have seen, but here less than the lowest of the individual resistances. You have to keep that in your mind. The equivalent resistance is in a parallel combination. Okay, when we are summing up, when we get the final answer value is less than the lowest of the individual resistances. Suppose you have taken 3 resistors, 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm. When we are combining the equivalent resistance. When we are finding the equivalent resistances, the value of equivalent resistance is less than the lowest of one. Which is the lowest one? I have taken 1 ohm, isn't it? So the value is less than 1 ohm. When you are doing the problem or when you are attending the multiple choices question, you can check the answer by keeping this point in your mind. Okay. Now we can go to the next concept. Now we are going to see the next part, series connection of parallel resistors. Here I have taken two resistors R1 and R2 connected in parallel to give an effective resistance of Rp1, and R3 and R4 connected in parallel to give an effective resistance of Rp2. Then both of these parallel segments are connected in series. Using equation 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, we can get 1 by Rp1. That means first set R1 and R2 I have connected parallel, isn't it? For that effective resistance is 1 by Rp1 is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, and for R3 and R4 1 by Rp2 is equal to 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4. So both these are connected in series manner. So now we have to find the sum, we have to sum up both the Rp1 and the Rp2. So now by using the equation Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, now I will get the effective resistance, that is R total is equal to Rp1 plus Rp2. Now let us go to the fourth session, that is parallel connection of series resistors. Now here also I have taken two resistors in series. For that effective resistance is Rs1. Now again I have taken two more resistors R3 and R4, that also I have connected in series. Next I have connected both the set in the parallel way. Okay, look at that. Consider a connection of a set of series resistors connected in parallel circuit. You get a parallel series circuit. That is, let R1 and R2 be connected in series to give an effective resistance of Rs1, and R3 and R4 be connected in series to give an effective resistance of Rs2. Then both of these serial segments are connected in parallel. Now we could calculate the net effective resistance. Now first, when I am connected R1 and R2 in series and R3 and R4 in series, the effective resistance is Rs1 is equal to R1 plus R2 and Rs2 is equal to R3 plus R4. Now we have to go for the final equation. What I have done, I have connected the Rs1 and Rs2 in parallel way. So I have to find the net effective resistance in the parallel method. That means I have to find the sum of reciprocals. So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Using this equation I have to find the net effective resistance. So 1 by R total is equal to 1 by Rs1 plus 1 by Rs2. Now we can differentiate the series and parallel connections. According to the equivalent resistance, series connection more than the highest resistance. For parallel, less than the lowest resistance. According to the amount of current, current is less as effective resistance is more. For parallel, current is more as effective resistance is less. Switching on or off. Suppose if one appliance is disconnected in series, others do not work. But in the parallel connection, when I switch off the one connection or one appliance, others will work independently. Can you follow, students? One more time I will revise you. The criteria I have taken is equivalent resistance more than the highest resistance. For parallel, less than the lowest resistance. The next criteria, amount of current. Current is less as effective resistance is more. When current is more, the effective resistance is less. When I switching on or off the material, if one appliance is disconnected, the others also do not work. But when I disconnect in parallel combination, the others will work independently. Now we can go to the evaluation part, students. Here I have taken a problem. In the circuit diagram given below, 3 resistors R1, R2 and R3 of 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 20 ohm respectively are connected as shown in the figure. Now we have to calculate the current through each resistor, total current in the circuit, total resistance in the circuit. Now look at the diagram. Here they have given a parallel combination. That one you have to keep it in your mind. The 3 resistors are connected in parallel way. First question, current through each resistor we have to find. For that what you have to do? We have to go for the Ohm's law. What is the Ohm's law? I is equal to V by R. Now what is the potential difference is given? 10 volts. Now substitute. For each individual resistors you have to substitute. Then current through R1 is equal to, that is I1 is equal to V by R1, 10 by 5, 2 ampere. Current through R2, here R2 is equal to 10 ohm. That means I2 is equal to V by 10 ohm. That is 10 by 10, that is 1 ampere. Then current through R3, here R3 20 ohm I have taken. So 10 by 20 which is equal to 1 by 2 which is equal to 0.5 ampere. Now I have to find the total current in the circuit. Total current, what combination it's given? It's given as the parallel combination. In the parallel combination, different current flow through the individual resistors. So I have to sum up all the current. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. That means 2 plus 1 plus 0.5 which is equal to 3.5 ampere. The third question is total resistance in the circuit. That means I have to find the 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now I have to substitute the values of the resistors. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20. When I simplify, I get the answer of 7 by 20. Again I recall you the problem, students. The first question I have to find the current through the each resistor. For that I have to substitute the values in the formula I is equal to V by R. The second one I have to find the total current in the circuit. For that I have to sum up all the currents. Why should I sum up all the currents? Because the combination is parallel combination. For parallel combination, current flow through the each resistor is different. So I have to sum up all the current. In the third one, I have to find the total resistance in the circuit. So that I have to use the formula 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Next, we can go to the review section, students. System of resistors topic, we have seen resistors in series, resistors in parallel, series connection of parallel resistors and a parallel connection of series resistors. Here I have given a evaluation, one question I have given. This is a direct question, but in the exams you cannot accept like these questions, okay, but there may be some twist. So you understand the concept very well and you proceed to attend the problem. Now and also you have to learn the difference between the resistors in series and parallel, and also you have to learn how to derive the formula for resistors in series, that is how to derive the equivalent resistance when the resistors are connected in series and when the resistors are connected in parallel, or series connection of parallel resistors and the parallel connection of series resistors. Learn the concept by understanding and try to apply in your examination point and do well. All the best. Thank you, students.